Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today. This reading is going to be for my Sagittarius. I had made a video earlier, but it did not go through, so let's try it again. Alright, we're starting off here with this beautiful King of Wands energy. Look at this. This is you. This is the body, right? This is part of you. I want you to pay attention to what's behind the robe, though. There's this fear of unleashing, right? Because look at this energy that's dying. This pent-up energy that's dying to be released. That has been begging you for you to let it out and let it be free. It's a version of yourself that you maybe haven't explored in so long. Because maybe when you were a kid, you were told not to. But here it is. It's the opportunity. It's time, right? And here you are confined, keeping it all confined inside of the body because you're struggling. You're struggling to let this version of you out because it's so untamed. It's so wild. It's so raw. It's so primitive. It's so creative. It's so beautiful. It's an expression of the most authentic version of yourself that you have not been able to live out because you're so afraid of what that would mean if you open up and let this out. So what does the divine do? The divine sees you that you're struggling with the push and pull and being afraid to let out, let it loose, right? And then here's the tower. The tower comes in just in time. And look at this as a good way. The tower comes in to let you know that it's time. You cannot keep holding this part of yourself back. It's no longer serving you. That was you in the past when you didn't have the confidence or think you were able to live in this more authentic, beautiful version of yourself. And here you are. The divine comes in, throws you a tower moment. Here it is. You know, it's destroying the outer layer, the confined, the ego. It's shedding. It's destroying this defensiveness, this denial of self that you have in your mind. This way of being. It's being destroyed, and you're feeling so out of control, and you're feeling scared because here it is when you no longer have that restriction or the ego controlling you in that way. Guess what it is? It's the wand energy. But look at the color. It's not even red. It's yellow. It's having the confidence to let yourself live in this way, in a way that you've never lived before. And even if you did, maybe you were told that as a kid that you couldn't do that. You couldn't live that way. That you could not. So then you hide in and you close in and you thought, man, I never have to use this part of self again. Well, guess what? The time to release that version of yourself is now. In divine timing. And when you do, look at what happens. This beautiful energy is coming out. It's this healing. This healing that's needed to take place for so long. Versions of yourself that are finally free. You can reclaim these parts of self. But you're so scared. You're so scared to live that authentically. Because what would that mean? People would have to see you in that way. And you're not even used to seeing yourself in that way. What does that mean? You're feeling out of control. And expressing yourself in ways that you don't even understand. But it's needed. It's long overdue, right? And you're over here trying to hold this balance, but this is a hurricane. It's like a whole tornado. There's a force behind it. This is you when you live at your most authentic version of self. This is a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of love and deep self-acceptance of who you really are. And that's the thing, you don't even know who you are. At this level, you don't. But guess what? You are growing to be that person. And the fact that you're even allowing yourself to feel this way is not only an adrenaline rush, it's scary, but it's the most amazing feeling you have ever felt. Just allow yourself to feel that way because the ego is going to want to try to hold it and hold it in because you're afraid of what that means to be you. Here you are with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Rediscovering a version of yourself that you haven't tapped into ever. Not at this stage. And it's so apparent. It's all white. You see the whiteness. It's clarity. It's newness. It's openness. Allowing yourself to be open, but you're so scared and guarded. Ask yourself why you're so afraid to let this version of yourself live. Who are you trying to please? But self. If self is asking you, let me be this version of self, why hold yourself back and say no? Nobody else is saying no to you but yourself. This old way of being that if I have to hold myself in so that people could love me or my family could accept me, that's not real. It's not real anymore, right? And you're healing that. Because here you are with the Chariot moving forward. It's almost as if like you've gotten to this place, right? It was destined. Getting to a place where you're discovering parts of self, ancient parts of self that you have not been able to tap into because of the low self-esteem issues that you unfortunately had to deal with in life. With all the people saying no to you, the rejection, right? That alone, rejection will cause people to go and pretend to be versions of themselves that they're really not. All just to conform to society or whatever programming you were run under, right? Or you were brought up into. But here you are saying enough is enough. The divine saying enough is enough. The inner you is saying enough is enough. Can your ego say enough is enough? Here you are with Taurus. I have energy. Again, allowing yourself to live this way. Some of you guys feel like you don't have the ability to ground yourself in this energy, but that's because you've never lived this way. But let yourself. For some of you guys are going to make mistakes. You guys are going to go out there and explore ways of being that you may not approve of because you don't know. It might not be acceptable to you. Therefore, it's not acceptable to anybody else, right? But no, let yourself feel without judgment, without preconceived notions. Let yourself feel without shame or ridicule or rejection of self. Let yourself be. You are strong enough with the Taurus energy. You are strong enough and grounded enough to experience this. Maybe before you didn't have the confidence to go out there and live as authentic as you can be, but you can now. Your body is dying for it. Your spirit is begging you for this release. So you have to ask yourself, what keeps holding you back? And whatever it is, it's almost as if it's saying that it's time for you to release it. So some of you guys are sitting there crying and healing because you haven't let yourself be. And now you're letting yourself be, and it's scary as hell. It is the scariest thing you're ever going to do. Because you don't know how people are going to receive it. Should that still stop you from being happy? Because essentially that's all your inner child wants. That's all your soul wants. Is to be free. Is to be happy. For you to be at peace, right? Because as long as you keep trying to contain versions of yourself to conform to society, how are you going to be at peace? You're always going to be lashing out. There's parts of you that are going to be unhappy. You're going to be irritable, anxious. You don't want to live like that. You got the Nine of Cups energy right here. Look at this beautiful energy. The transformation. When you allow yourself to live at all levels, all versions of yourself, integrating with higher self, there's purpose. See how it goes like this? There's purpose. There's unity. There's healing all over, inside and above and within and without of your body. The spirit is healing. The heart gets to heal. A newer, brighter version of self and purpose and vision is here too. I see it all. Your past, your present, your future. It all means something. It all means something at this exact moment because you're finally free. You finally accept that mistakes were not mistakes. It was all a part of your divine plan. Now it's time for you to live by those rules of the soul and go be free, baby. You were always meant to be that way. I'm sorry that the past, restricted you from being the most authentic version of yourself that you can be, but you're not there anymore. You got strength. Look at this. Strength comes from true vulnerability. The essence of beauty, the essence of calmness, the essence of feminine energy, the essence of just newness, the essence of discovering you as you really are. It's going to be fun. Some of you guys are going to discover great talents within yourself. You're going to discover that you like things that you've never thought you did, but you were always drawn to them. Some of you guys are going to express yourselves in those ways. It's going to be beautiful, guys. All right, my beautiful Sagittarius, that's all I have for you.